Hello and welcome back to West Ham Reunited. I'm Andy, and tonight we're back again with James from E20 Zone TV, and I'm going to call you Mr. Hatcher from now on, just so
Yeah, I
people
know.
don't get confused, if that's all right.
Too many
James, how are
marks.
you, mate?
All good, mate. All good. Not too well, but getting there. But I'm all good.
I think this is going round, mate. I've started the last 3 or 4 hours. A couple of people I know, I've had a really bad headache the last like three or
Yeah.
4 hours, so I don't know whether, like you said, I don't know whether it's the catching up after after Sunday's result as well, or but there is a lot of stuff going around.
There is, mate.
What about you, Mike? You good?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Yeah, but there is a lot of it going round. I've got to be honest. Yeah, I've seen a few people today that have been sniffing and coughing, and I think, I'm trying to keep away from them. But hey,
Yeah,
if we catch it, we catch it, don't we?
Yeah, no, exactly. I don't blame you. First of all, I'd like to thank our channel sponsor Glaywires, windows, doors, conservatories in the London, Essex and Kent area. John and his team are you man. And if you quote West Ham United, you get a discount. And of course, they'll be there again tomorrow. So if you've got any spare change or food, I'm supporting food banks. If you could make any donation for John and his helpers, that would be amazing. So, gents, we're back again. Obviously, 24 hours ago, we was given a tribute to Angelo Bonner, and then this time tomorrow, it'll be at half-time at the London Stadium as we host Man City. Is this a good time to play them after our momentum, or we'll start with you, James?
I think we've got a good chance, mate. It's a 90-minute game. There's no extra time. It's a free hit. I think we should just go for it and see where it takes us. If we beat Man City, that's a statement of intent this year that we mean business, and we look like we're going to get something this year. But it's going to be tough because they're a good side. But yeah, I think just have a go and see what happens.
Yeah. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, no, I think it's a great time to play them, mate. To be totally honest, so, it's great to see that we sold out, which is amazing. I think the club have done something good there. Kids for £1 and the tickets for £10. I think it's a great idea. Get the place full, get the crowd behind us. I know we're on a bit of a high at the moment, so I didn't really expect any more than sort of 45, 50,000, to be totally honest. So
yeah,
that's good work, really. You got to
yeah,
say,
no, definitely.
You got to say that's good work, mate.
Yeah, so talking about the game, obviously our record's not great. So the last time we was undefeated, the last time we got a win was obviously the 2-1 win the last year at the Bodin, and that was the Etihad. And obviously in the home fixture, we drew 2-2.
Yeah.
And apart from the 1-0 at the London Stadium last year, we've lost every single game since then to Man City.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to be the one for bad news or anything, but it's just a bit of it's just one of them teams. I think it was Liverpool and stuff like that when we just had a spell, didn't we, where it just so hard to beat. But I think this is a good time. I think Moyes has done well in Europa League, and he's not made too many changes. It's normally like 6 and 5 or just under half. So he's still got that team of winning mentality. Obviously, for me, I think Areola's going to play tomorrow. I think that's pretty much a full house from all of us. What do you see the back four being tomorrow? We'll start with you, James.
I see it being Cresswell. He's the only left back at the club. I think Diop and Zuma might come in for pace. Obviously, they're going to be tricky, aren't they? And
yeah,
I think Angelo is, for how good he is as a defender, he's not fast and need pace at the back. I think Ben Johnson will play, mate. I think it's too soon to risk a foul, especially against City of all teams. And yeah, I could just see that 4.
Yeah. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, similar, I think, mate. The only thing is, I don't think Fredericks wasn't on the bench, was he, Sunday? So that's a bit of a worry. I don't think he was on the bench, so I might have given him a go, to be honest. Cresswell could have had a rest, and Ben Johnson could have played at left back, but otherwise, yeah, similar. I mean, Johnson's done really well right back, and I wouldn't want to move him from there, but he has got some confidence now. So he's played there before, so he could do a job.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about Cresswell you know what I mean, picking up an injury or whatever. I mean, he just keeps playing every game, which is great, but he's not going to be able to do. He's not going to be able to do every game.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I sort of agree with James. I think Dawson. The only other way I can think about if Creswell getting a rest is maybe playing Diop, Zuma, and Dawson as a back three, and have wing backs. Maybe put Arthur in there, and like try and pack it out. Try something different. Just like you said, to give Creswell a rest more than anything else, and maybe that'd be a good time as well because we've seen how well Johnson's done at right back. Maybe right wing back could be his position as well. So yeah, I could maybe see that. What about you? Do you reckon that could happen?
Could do, mate. It could do. The only problem is if we set up like that, then we're asking for it, aren't we? We're going to be inviting pressure onto us. It's a tricky one. It's a good system because it sort of suffocates them in the middle.
Yeah.
What we'll be doing is instead of pushing them out wide, we'll be pushing them into like the 18-yard in front of the goal, and then we can smother them and stop them from playing. But I don't know. The way you got to look at it, it's a 90-minute game. That's all it is. And
it goes straight to penalties as well. So if we're drawing, it's straight to penalties, isn't it? So it's a bit of a that's the one thing you've got to look at. The players are not going to be leggy for Sunday, and sort of agree what Kent's saying. Played the best team. We can have a right go. Fredericks was on the bench, but yeah, no, it could be. Yeah, Ashby did play tonight, so he won't be playing. So yeah, maybe Fredericks is back, and Kent saying no to Arthur liability. But yeah, he's not really played, is he? He played. Did he play? He played at Old Trafford as well, didn't he? And Zagreb away, I think he come on. So, but no, I'm actually in really good spirits, gents. I'm not going to lie. I'm still feeling confident. The only one for me is I don't know whether Crowell is out of isolation yet.
I think he's back. I think he'll be back in time.
Yeah,
I think he should be, shouldn't he?
And I liked him. I really liked him at Old Trafford. He's good on the ball, and don't get me wrong, we're not going to probably have a lot of the ball tomorrow, but from what I've seen of him, he's a proper energetic midfielder, and I could see him work. I think Noble will play, but I would have liked to see him. But maybe they could go as a free with Manu as well.
Thing is, it's one of them games where we've got to look at this and think, right, Flassage has got to play. Maybe a Lanzini can come in and play. Like it'd be like the Europa League team, but with a few added extras, sort of thing, like Ben Rama. I think Antonio. I think if you risk him, then you're asking for trouble, basically. So. But it's just one of them, really. It's like, and I had this debate on American Hammers last night about this, and I turned around and said that we've got to be going for every competition that we're in. But many years ago, we would have gone, you know what, we'll take a League Cup right now. But like people, like we've got to look at it and go, right, it's Man City. If we beat them, then we become favourites for the competition, in my opinion. We're just knocked out the holders.
So I've just had a look. There's 3 games going on tonight. Arsenal needs is 0-0 at half time. Chelsea's scored right on half time against Southampton, Kai Havertz, and QPR and Sunderland's 0-0. The games tomorrow is Burnley, Tottenham, Leicester, Brighton, Preston, Liverpool, Stoke, Brentford, and West Ham, Man City. So when you look at it, obviously we knocked Man United out. This is a competition, like you said. I know Man City have won it the last 4 or 5 years or whatever it is, but if you knock them out, the competition goes wide open. And like you said, why can't we win it, Mike?
Yeah, I think James is right. I think we ought to just, do the sort of maybe change just 5 or 6, and have a crack because this is an opportunity. Personally, I think, why don't we have a go? Why don't we have a crack at it? Because, if we knock, like you said, we knock United out, we knock City out, then all of a sudden, in your next game, surely you play your best team, full stop. Then
what's the odds we get Chelsea?
Probably. I mean, it's every time, isn't it? It's either Chelsea or Liverpool, isn't it? You can guarantee that, But hey, you got to beat them to win it. At the end of the day. I mean, we just got to remember, it wasn't that long ago, we was getting beat 4-0 by Oxford and, by Wimbledon. You know, now we don't even think about things like that. You know, under 21s are beating Gillingham 2-0. You know, it's
great time to be a hammer, isn't it?
It is, mate. You know, and there's a lot of good young players coming in. You know, and they should be knocking on the door, forcing little, you know, the odd one to come in here and there. I mean, it's a bit difficult with them. They can't play one night and then the next. That's impossible. But joking aside, I think maybe we sort of got to weigh it up right again and probably go with like a Europa League team and have a crack at them. Because let's face it, Man City's second team are the best second team in the league, full stop.
Yeah,
they've got the best squad in the league. You know, if we played all our reserves and they played all their reserves, they're going to beat us every time. We're going to need to put a few in. We're going to need to strengthen it up a bit.
Do you reckon Rice or Souček plays tomorrow?
I think so. One of them. Probably one of them.
Who do you reckon if you were?
Well, you'd have to say Rice out of the two, wouldn't you, really?
Yeah, I agree.
I think that Rice, he just wants to play every game.
Yeah.
You know, and he's got the ability, he's got the strength, he's got age on his side, he's got the fitness to do it, you know.
Well, it is. He's a winner, isn't he? He's a winner. He wants to win.
Yeah, you're right, mate. Yeah,
he wants. He needs to. He's just one of them, isn't it? It's just like he wants to win every game. He wants to win he wants to everything he's planning. He wants to win, and it's a nice problem to have. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, Kent, if you're still in the chat, mate, put your team in who'd you'd play tomorrow if you were David Moyes. But yeah, Pep has said it that he's going to play some youngsters. I'm not going to sit here and say I know all of them, but the one man here I've put on the right hand side is Raheem Sterling. I think he'll play tomorrow, and he just seems to always turn up against us, doesn't he? Like he's got the hat-trick, didn't he, the other year when we got battered 5-0. He just seems to. But the one thing I will say, like what you said, James, it makes a good point. Zuma in there, obviously, he's played him a number of times when he was at Chelsea as well, and him and Diop have got that pace, and I think the pace will be key tomorrow. What about you?
Yes, exactly what I think, mate. I think basically speed kills, and we need to sort of stop that. If we stop City going through us and compress them, then we might be all right. We played well against them last year. I know it was through lockdown and everything, but we drew with them at the LS, and I thought we played all right. Second half, their class sort of showed.
Yeah.
And they was all over us, but we did play well the first half. Up at the Etihad, we was unlucky not to get something out of that game. We scored a good goal.
Header, wasn't it? Diop's header at the last minute, wasn't it?
Diop's header at the end, and we was pressing them back, and we was having a go. And they was on a big 20-game unbeaten run at the time, and we pushed them all away. So I don't fear Man City. I don't. Like, they're a good side. They've got world-class players, but it's a 90-minute game. And whatever the result is at the end, as long as we don't get obliterated like 4s or 5s, which I don't see happening, if we can go out and give it a good go, if we beat them, just think we'll be on cloud 9, and our confidence levels will be going through the roof. Then we can beat anyone.
See, this is what paper is this? This is the Metro, and they've got our predicted 11 as Areola, Fredericks, Dawson, Diop, Masuaku, Noble, Rice, Lanzini, Vlasic, Yarmolenko, and Bowen.
I don't see that at all, mate.
No.
It's too slow. It's miles too slow there. Like, you got Fredericks, fair enough. You got Arthur the other side, but Arthur's not a left back, as we all know. Like Noble playing.
I can't see that. I can't see
that happening. You get overrun, and then you got Yarmolenko in there. Which is what you do.
He can't play tomorrow. He seriously can't. Seriously can't.
I wouldn't have thought so, mate. I wouldn't have thought so. Bowen's got to play, really.
If we go with that Metro team, we end up getting hammered 5-0. It's just too slow, that team. Like, really.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. Obviously, the game, we don't know how Man City are gonna turn up. Obviously, possession will be key. Do you reckon if the game is 0-0 and it's getting close to the end, we'll have enough in us to go through to penalties? And I fancy us on penalties. I'm not going to lie.
I'd fancy us on penalties with every Odeling goal all day long. I think if we can get to sort of the 70th minute and we're still in the game, then it's a great chance. I'll take a penalty shootout right now against them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They've got good players, but we've got a good goalkeeper in goal who knows how to save pens. So it's one of them ones. What do? Do you sort of try and win it in the 90, or do you try and hold it and see how we get on pens? And that's the question, really.
What about you,
They've
Mike?
got to look at it in stages of the game, haven't they? Like I said, James, if we're still there half time, have a look at it. Then we get to 60, 65 minutes, 70, 80 minutes. And if we're still in it, yeah, why not take it to penalties? And it's a 50-50 shootout then, isn't it? I mean, we've got a chance. We've got a chance. And I think Andy, I think it is a good time to play them. I really do. Our confidence is high. We should have a full house in there. The crowd should be behind us. Let's face it, it's not a be all end all game really. I think we're still be in 3 other competitions if we do get beaten. But as long as we don't get turned over big time, and we put up a good show and we get the crowd going, I mean, great.
Yeah.
That's what we can ask for.
We've sort of got the advantage as well, is because, don't get me wrong, like a few of their second team will cause us problem. The fact that the City's playing on Saturday at 3:00 at Palace and we're playing at Sunday, so we have got that extra day. I don't know, mate. I'm seriously. I think we'll either win 2-1 or we win on penalties. When was the last time you predicted a win against City? Do you know what I mean? Like, honestly.
Well,
I was asking you now. What do you reckon, Mike?
We're predicting a win because we're confident, mate. Because we're playing well, and we're no way we're going to turn them over. It's only going to be a sneaker win if we do. Penalty shootout or a 2-1. Yeah, I can see it happening.
And what's the odds? Big Craig getting the winner. Big Craig.
I'll tell you what. No one wants to give a corner away against us now. Every team in the land now. I mean, Liverpool, Man City.
I think they'd rather kick it out for a throw, wouldn't they?
I think they're going to try not to give away a corner. We've scored 3 in a week, is it? 3 goals from a corner in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had a great record with them last year. I know it took us a while to actually get one in this year, but now we've got now we're confident. We get a corner, everyone's trying to get on the end of it.
Tell you what, I know you're talking about set pieces. I watched the highlights back today on my lunch break. That ball, I didn't realise, how the hell is Creswell from an outswinger managed to get that perfect height for Antonio, like right on the 6-yard box? That's unplayable.
Sorry to butt in, mate, but you've got to see the work that Souček does. He goes to the front post, and if you have a good look at it, he takes 2 players out, and he almost bundles one of them down below the ball. Honestly, and he gives it, and he makes that ball go to Antonio. Without the run of Souček and the work that he does, you have another look at it, mate. It's interesting.
But the ball, I knew he sort of had that in his locker. The amount of assists, what we've seen him. Like you said, next week we're going to do the appreciation for Creswell. James, do you think the only one who can spring to mind for me is obviously James Ward-Prowse? You've got Trent, but he hasn't really got the assists. Is there anyone from a dead ball better than Creswell at the minute?
Yeah, he's done well this week, but then before the international break, he was a bit hit and miss when he was like crossing balls in and overwritten them. But he's doing well. He's done well. He got 2 assists against Genk. He got another assist at the weekend against Spurs. I even think he got the assist against for a Bonner. For a Bonner's goal at Everton.
I think that was Bowen. I think who done that one. I think it was Bowen.
But you know what? Yeah, he's doing good. He's doing good. But it'd be interesting to see what we're like at corners tomorrow, because don't forget, City ain't the biggest team. They're quite a small little outfit, and if you've got people like Bernardo Silva, Sterling, who else you got in there? Jesus, they're all small blokes. They're not really big, and I fancy us at corners, especially with Zuma in the team. Definitely.
Yeah, I keep saying every week that he's going to score his first goal, and it's just like he's not really. He's had a couple of chances. He's not really come But you can't fault them because we're scoring from set pieces as well. I think they know his threat and they're just trying to take him out of the equation as well. But like you said, so we just sort of think if Dawson or both the centre halves are going to be a threat, either Deck or Souček's going to play, they're a threat. So that's three names already, which they've got to try. And so many teams. I don't know about you. The zonal marking. It's just. I think that's the worst invention ever, isn't it?
It is really. It is really. You know what I mean? It is. Especially with Kane marking Antonio. Who would have thought of that?
Yeah. Yeah, no, like I said, Mike, I sort of said mine. We're only going to go for another like 10 minutes or so. Just wanted to keep it sweet, really, because there's so much going on. But gut feeling, what you feeling tomorrow?
Honestly, mate, I think we might sneak a 2-1 win. 2-1 or 1-0 win. I can see it. Mike. I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. To stop City from scoring would be an absolutely brilliant achievement. Full stop. So that's why I'm probably looking at more of a 2-1. But it'd be really close. I think it'd be really tight if we keep organised and we can frustrate them. And the longer we frustrate them, and you know what we're like, we can catch teams on the break, a set piece, and then do you know what I mean? They got to come out again. You know, there's no doubt about it. They're going to have a big percentage of the possession, but we can handle that. We can handle that if we're organised. Then we're up for it.
John T's in the house. He said, "Hi everyone. Been saying this for a few weeks. If we can somehow get through this tie, I think we have a great chance in this competition.
Yeah,
Ben City will play a few youngsters for sure. That I think his name. I think is it Palmer. I think, and there's some other player. He's a very tasty player. So, but no, like you said, 60,000. I think the crowd's going to play its part again, Mike. James, what about you? Do you reckon the crowd will be key tomorrow as well?
100%. 100%. There's no way the crowd are going to go. 65,000 ain't going there to get an hammer in. We're going there to win. And everyone who's going there tomorrow is going there to see West Ham perform. And I do believe we'll get something out of this game. I really do. I see the draw. I think the draw looks appetising. I think West Ham will try and shut them down and try and nick a 1-0. But I think if it gets to the last sort of 15 minutes and we're still in the game, I'd fancy us on pens all day long, especially with Reunited in goal.
Question is, 85th minute, Noble's not on the pitch. Do you reckon he comes on for pens?
It's on the cards, mate. Even 90th.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
It's on the cards, isn't it? I think.
Do you reckon he'll be fifth penalty taker as well to try and flip him win it for us? Do you reckon?
The
thing is, though, Stuart Pearce won it, put it to bed.
Someone said, and I don't know whether this is right or not, but it's a 5-sub rule tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, so that's a good thing. Like, even if we go out full strength to a point and see it for 60 minutes and see how we're doing. But let's be honest, if we're 2-0 down or 3-0 down, then there's no point bringing on Antonio or anyone like that. You know
see, that's the thing. What worries me, like you said, you want to keep it tight, but you don't want to go a goal behind as well. Because if they can bring 5 subs, they can bring 5 forwards on if they want to. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's breathtaking. You could bring De Bruyne on, Grealish. I mean, do you know what I mean? That's the bit what worries you, and that's what they're different classes.
We need to score. We need to score first of all. That's a must. Like if we need to score first and try and suck City in and then hit them on the break. That's what it is. I think if we got a goal behind, then it's going to be tough, especially against them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, definitely. Mike, you're not going tomorrow, are you?
No, I'm not going tomorrow, mate. No. Next game is a Liverpool game, I think, innit? I'm going to. Yeah.
No.
I mean, it was a good one to go to, but I'd had another day off work, so it was a bit of a pain, really.
Yeah, no, I understand. Gents, I wanted to keep this short and sweet, really, because like we could sit here and flipping do 3 11s between us, and the likelihood of us getting it right, we don't know. We honestly really don't know what team Moyes is going to put out. We could pick our 6 who stayed in from Sunday, and there'll be someone else's. But No, like I said though, gents, thanks for coming on. Like I said, I just wanted to keep it short and sweet. Who reckon will play and the positive result? And like you said, can you imagine that four wins in a row if that happens in all competitions.
Right.
It's I think, and then that'll bring us confidence onto Sunday. Does anyone want to add anything before we go?
No.
Just go. Just have a go tomorrow and just see what happens. And if we lose, it's no biggie. But if we win, our levels go up to there, and our confidence goes with it.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. Like I said, hopefully we'll be back on Thursday. Positive result when we do the post match, talking how great the side is, and hopefully we march on to the next round. And yeah, gents, been a pleasure. Thanks for coming on to talk out. James, if anyone, I've seen a couple of people in the chat who are new around here. Where are you? There we go. Do you want to give a plug for your channel before we go, mate?
If you like West Ham content, football content in general, or football betting content, you can find me on E20 Zone TV. That's where I'll be, and come over, check it out, give it a subscribe, like the videos, goes a long way. Thank you very much.
No problem. And Mike, what's your Twitter handle, mate? I haven't put you here. I'm such a bad person.
Oh, me, Mike 831 Hatcher.
Sorry, Mike. I'll get you for the next video. I haven't got you down as the thing, but I'll put it in the description of the video. So if you people want to follow Mike, and we want to give a shout out for Jake again.
Yeah,
I knew he couldn't. I know he couldn't do a whole holiday without a video, could he?
No, there's no way. He's going for a whole holiday without a video. No way.
Yeah, no.
But he's been especially after that result on Sunday.
I know.
The boys.
Did you spoke to them? Did they actually watch it? Did they actually watch it?
I don't know. I've sent Richard a message, but I don't know. He hasn't got back to me yet. So he's probably having problems, you know.
yeah, no, definitely. But no, like I said, gents, thanks very much for coming on the show. Positive result tomorrow. And yeah, we'll be back again soon. Thanks for listening. Take care, everyone.
See you guys.